Recently, the USDA came out with an irrigation survey, and Saleh, what was some of the information that was in that survey?
Sure. There are lots of information in the irrigation survey. The first thing we looked at was the number of irrigated acres in Oklahoma. In 2018, which is the year the survey was conducted at, we had just over 600,000 irrigated acres in Oklahoma.
Wow.
That's 41% more than what we had in 2013. Part of that is because of the drought we had back then from 11 to 14, 15. So a lot of irrigated farms just could not irrigate. But if you compare with 2008, that still shows about 30% increase in irrigated acres. So now we're ranked 22nd among the 50 states in terms of the irrigated acres, the number of irrigated acres.
Where is most of that water coming from?
The main source of irrigation water in Oklahoma is groundwater. In 2018, 85% of our irrigation water was pumped from aquifers. When you compare that with 2013, we had 92% of water from groundwater, but again, part of that is due to the drought. Surface water resources were limited back in 2013, so 92% of groundwater supply. Back in 2008, we had 73% of our supplies coming from groundwater. So we've always relied heavily on groundwater resources in Oklahoma.
What are we seeing as far as the wells that are actually pulling that water out of the ground?
So in 2018, we had about 5,700 irrigation wells across the state. And that also shows an increase, about 16% compared to 2013. The report is very interesting. It provides information on different aspects of irrigation wells, but there were two aspects that we were interested in and we paid special attention to. Number one was the number of wells who did not have a backflow prevention device.
Oh.
About 1/3 of our wells, 35%, did not have that device. And that's very important, especially for those who practice chemigation, applying fertilizers and other chemicals, herbicides through irrigation water. We do want to make sure that we have a backflow prevention so the chemicals we use do not go back in the groundwater and end up contaminating those resources. The second aspect was that the pumping capacities have declined. We are now, for the first time, below 400 gallons per minute. To be exact, 368 gallons per minute was the average pumping capacity in 2018. In 2013, we were just above 400 gallons per minute, and back in 2008, we were above 500 gallons per minute. So it's showing some pretty steep decline. So it's mainly because of declining levels and lack of the ability to recharge some of our key groundwater resources.
You have an event coming up here pretty soon too.
Yes, every year for the past several years, we have been organizing the Oklahoma Irrigation Conference. This year, the conference is going to be on March 3rd in Altus. The organizing committee has put together, in my opinion, a very interesting program. We're going to hear about irrigation and salinity management. We're going to hear about wireless sensor for irrigation scheduling. A NRCS representative will talk about the financial assistantship programs available to irrigators and many, many other talks. Plus, we have 4 CEUs for crop advisors if they need that. There's going to be CEUs in soil and water management.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Saleh Taghvaeian with Oklahoma State University. And if you would like more information on that event coming up, go to our website, sunup.okstate.edu.